Welcome. This is another amazing success story with a Beverly Hills Publishing author. My name is Andrea Albright. I am the founder and CEO of Beverly Hills Publishing. And today we are here with a phenomenal guest. His name is Sal Buscemi, and his book and his brand has really taken off. He's been featured in CNBC, Yahoo Finance, MSN, Forbes, Entrepreneur. I mean, where haven't you been featured, Sal? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. No, and it's really like somewhat of like a bucket list to be mentioned on some of these, sites and media properties that you're talking about. Really, really enhanced my brand, and I'm forever grateful for you for that.
Oh, well, it's so wonderful to have you because you really understand the power of how your book can build your brand and also raise your authority. So can you tell us about what's happened since you published with Beverly Hills Publishing?
Yeah, it's interesting. I had published 2 books prior, but I didn't nearly have anywhere near the traction and success that I had with you, and you had a lot to do with that. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to go with Beverly Hills Publishing. It's allowed me immediate legitimacy into the top echelons of wealth holders in the world. And it's been great because to me, it's my de facto business card. I've been with my partners, and I'm actually shipping out a bunch of books because we've been invited out west to the International Trade Finance Summit by a prominent family office that I profiled in my book. So the legitimacy and people getting to know me and building that community and wanting to invest with us has changed markedly.
That's fantastic. You are so smart to position your book to go after the audience who you want as clients and who ultimately end up investing with you. So can you just talk about how many millions have you brought in because of your book?
If you were to look at it, we've probably been close to about, I'd say, just since it's been published, $20 million into these deals with newfound people who have read the book. And that's kind of significant.
Well, it's phenomenal, and it's so smart that you are using it as a tool to open doors, build relationships. I love that you say it's your new business card, and you've been really strategic about who you get your book in front of. So can you just share some of that strategy?
Yeah, so it's an interesting strategy. I have, a little bag that I carry around with a Sharpie marker. There hasn't been a social event I've not gone to that I've turned into an unofficial book signing party. And that is something that I like doing. A book was written, thankfully, by you using a structure that was very compelling without any math or making people feel like they were being lectured to.
Well, it's amazing to see what you've been able to create in such a short period of time. You mentioned speaking at conferences, speaking at events. You even have spoken at some universities. So can you talk about how the book has opened up your speaking opportunities?
It has. It's opened up opportunities to the point I think that people are looking for the real authenticity of what the practical applications are for working with wealthy families, being a private direct investor, and also running a family office with, right now we have 14 families. Before the book, it was really 5, to be honest with you. And we expect that we'll cap it off probably at around 20 because that's all we can handle right now for, what we want to do. And I can tell you that, getting back to your question, it is, it's an instant legitimacy maker. It's sort of like, people who own professional sports teams. There's a certain level of legitimacy that's bestowed upon them because it's a club to get into. Here, writing a book really means that you have the discipline and the fortitude to actually sit still for a moment to write something and to put your thoughts together on paper. And if you profile any other authors who I looked up to, like Sam Zell, after they write their books, they feel cathartic. They feel like they've let out everything that they needed to. And it's really been, probably one of the most rewarding things they've done in their lives. And that's coming from a billionaire. And people respect that. And they respect it a lot. Whether they tell it to your face or not, they respect it a lot.
Well, and we also had a very specific strategy of who we were writing the book for and the name, investing legacy. It's all designed to really capture the audience whom you're going after. And I think that we have really succeeded with that. It's been incredible to watch.
It's written for everybody, but written for women in a way that they could easily understand what venture, private equity, and statement class real estate was, what their richer, sisters and brothers were doing and how they were allocating capital. And it worked out phenomenally well. We have almost 100 reviews right now on it on Amazon.
Woohoo! And counting. I know
Yeah.
this is amazing. Well, the
Yeah.
book is fantastic, and I know you're helping so many people to have access to this knowledge who
Mhm.
wouldn't normally be able to have this level of conversation of investing. Like you say, the 0.001% in how they invest. So it's really amazing that you realized that there is a bigger audience who wants this information. And now you are their trusted authority who they want to learn from, follow, and ultimately invest with.
And as seen on TV now because of you.
Yes, let's talk about that. So, what's it like to be, a celebrity in your industry?
It's interesting. I'll just tell you a story. There was a guy that I did a real estate deal with about 16 years ago, and on a Monday morning, bright and early, because I know he has children and I don't, he sent me a text message and he said, "Hey, I really loved your article on CNBC.com. I know it's been a while, I think 16 years since I've heard from you. And now guess what? He's getting a copy of my book and he'll probably invest in one of our deals."
That's amazing. And that's the power of the media. Yes, you had the relationship before, but now you are right in their face and you're legitimate. And because these top tier media organizations, they only want to publish and promote people who are true authorities. And that's what your book has opened up to be the authority that
Yep.
people are talking about.
I love it. And it's a great conversation piece and it never gets old. It just never gets old.
These are all incredible top media outlets, and to have this as part of your reputation and your pedigree, I'm sure that when people are deciding like who do I want to work with, all of this takes into consideration of their decision.
Absolutely. I think today attention is more valuable than oil, and the people who are in front of you are the ones who you're going to receive the attention from.
That's a great saying. I like that a lot. Well, your book is fantastic, and I'm so honored to be a part of your journey. It's my honor to be your publisher, your media partner. And so if somebody's considering partnering with Beverly Hills Publishing, what would you say to them?
Well, I'm already like a huge affiliate of you. We've started with 2 other large families who have come in and written their own books, which has been amazing. But I would say do not hesitate, because if you're going with another publisher, you're not going to get the attention to detail, meaning how are you going to leverage this book, especially if you're raising money, whether you're a founder or a real estate fund manager or a syndicator or whatever. You should always be raising capital. The best way to do that is to start writing a book, to put together a community and build that brand.
Well, you have shown people that it is possible to reach the top authority position in your industry. And this is a strategy that works across multiple industries. When you have that back-end investing opportunity, that's when you can really make millions from your book. And you're showing and proving that is a formula that works.
Yes, I think it's just a tool that's going to continue to provide an infinite return on investment, especially as we get into what I love, distressed real estate.
Ooh, I love that. Well, I can't wait to continue the success story. I know that this is just the beginning and we're still amping up for some more incredible opportunities coming your way. So thanks for just taking this moment in the midst of all your speaking and your deal raising and your investment funds to come and share with our audience at Beverly Hills Publishing.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me on. It's a pleasure and a privilege, Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been another incredible success story with a Beverly Hills Publishing author. If you know that you are ready to be the top authority in your industry, then I hope you will consider partnering with us so that we can make you our next success story. Until then, keep reaching for the stars.